As you know, the Archbishop has several priorities, and one of the priorities that he has talked about in his vision, and he will elaborate more in the coming months, is Hellenic education. I have the benefit, the privilege, and the blessing of serving as chairman of the Archdiocesan Council Committee on Greek Education. I've spent a lot of years working with schools around the country, both parochial schools as well as charter schools. And a few years ago, in connection with that, I was introduced to a lady, Eugenia Manolidou, who is going to speak next. Ms. Manolidou was a TV personality, a very successful one in Greece. She's a musician and composer, but very importantly, over the last few years, she has devoted her time and focus on teaching ancient Greek to young students. She has been in the United States a couple times now, and I have the benefit to have her program implemented at our school in Chicago, the Hellenic American Academy, where 9 of our grandkids attend, and some of them are taking this ancient Greek course. I can go on and on about her efforts and what she's doing here, but I want her to speak to her program, Ελληνική Αγωγή, and some of the related topics, and I would appreciate your attention. Thank you very much. Eugenia, please.
Καλησπέρα σας. Χαίρετε και ευδαιμονείτε, Your Eminence, Your Graces, dear Chairman Jim Logothetis, dear Executive Director Pouletpoulos, distinguished guests, it is truly an honor to address you today at the 40th Leadership 100 Conference. My name is Eugenia Manolidou, and I have the privilege of serving as the director of Ελληνική Αγωγή, a small school in Athens dedicated to teaching ancient Greek, history, and philosophy to learners of all ages. I'm a symphonic music composer. I studied composition and orchestral conducting at the Juilliard School, and for 17 years I was touring the world conducting symphony orchestras. This is one of my composition teachers at Juilliard, Darren Hagen. The other one in the middle is my professor in Belgium, Robert Janssens. And the gentleman on the right-hand side is my beloved maestro during my Juilliard school years, Vincent La Selva. Despite opportunities abroad, staying in Greece posed challenges due to limited options in its small symphonic music scene, largely controlled by the public sector. Balancing my musical career abroad with being a mother of 4 children and the wife of a very active politician anchored in Greece was extremely challenging. So my husband proposed transferring our family business to me. Ελληνική Αγωγή was founded by him in 1994, exactly 30 years ago. The idea was to show that ancient Greek could be taught in a fun and engaging way, just like any other language. The goal was to instill a love for ancient Greek among Greeks, a language respected and widely taught in Europe and the United States for centuries. In 2017, I took over Ελληνική Αγωγή and paused my musical career. At Ελληνική Αγωγή, we believe in the transformative power of ancient Greek, not just as a language, but as a vehicle for wisdom, enlightenment, and leadership. Our approach is simple yet profound. We instill in our students a deep appreciation for the meaning and the beauty of ancient Greek words, while also nurturing their understanding of our rich cultural heritage. The very first quote we teach in Ελληνική Αγωγή is Antisthenes' timeless aphorism, «Αρχή σοφίας ή των ονομάτων επίσκεψης». This fundamental principle guides our exploration of the language, showing the profound connections between words and their underlying concepts, but it also encapsulates the concept of etymology. Greek words explain their own meaning. For example, take the words I used to greet you today. Χαίρετε και ευδαιμονείτε, I said. In χαίρετε, we find the root χαρά, meaning joy or happiness, while in ευδαιμονείτε, we encounter F, which means good, and δαίμον, signifying divinity or spirit. Thus, through these simple greetings, we express not only our wishes for happiness, but also our desire for the flourishing of the individual and the collective. The very term αρχαία ελληνικά embodies the essence of the beginning, but also of leadership. Αρχαίος from αρχή, meaning beginning, but also authority, since άρχον signifies a leader or ruler. Consecutively, the Greek word for leadership, ηγεσία, originates from the verb agho, which denotes both to guide, but also to educate, hence the word αγωγή. Therefore, our wise language says leaders have the dual responsibilities of guiding and educating. In just a few days, we will commemorate Greek Independence Day, and I would like to take a chance to briefly talk about some of the greatest leaders throughout history that led by example and educated their people and us, thus showcasing a little bit how we teach history combined with ancient Greek in Ελληνική Αγωγή. In Homer's Iliad, Hector received a warning from the prophet not to engage the Achaeans due to a bad omen. Birds flew from the left instead of the right. You know, Greeks were very superstitious and still are. We knock on wood, we spit on people, and so on. So when the birds flew from the left, or when the stars were wrongly aligned, it meant that something bad was about to happen. This is where the word disaster originates from. It's the bad alignment of the stars. Disastron, disaster. Undeterred, Hector said the timeless maxim, is ionos aristos, amineste peri patris, signifying that the best omen is to defend your homeland. In Sparta, Leonidas faced his death upon being betrayed by Ephialtes. Yet, he didn't seek escape. Instead, he said, molon lave. He confronted his fate, fighting to the last breath to prevent his land from surrendering to Persian conquest without resistance. The Battle of Thermopylae, though not a victory, is written in golden letters and remains a symbol of courage in global history. In the Battle of Salamis, led by Themistocles, as the enemy closed in on the Greek fleet, they began to chant, «Ο παιδες Ελλήνων είτε, ελευθερούτε πατρίδα, ελευθερούτε δε παιδας γυναίκας, θεόντε πατρών έδι, θήκαστε προγόνων, νυν υπέρ πάντων αγών». They did not cry out for survival. Instead, Greek soldiers sang and fought for the freedom of their country. As Constantinople faced its imminent fall, Muhammad the Conqueror extended an offer to Konstantinos Palaiologos, surrender the city and depart unharmed with his family and possessions. Konstantinos Palaiologos replied, «Το δε την πόλην σοι δούνε, ούτε μόνεστην, ούτε άλλο το κατοικούντον εν ταύτη. Κοινή γαρ γνώμη πάντες αυτοπροαιρέτως αποθανούμεν, και ου φυσόμεθα τη ζωής ημών», declaring that neither the city nor its inhabitants were his to give away. United, they chose to face death without hesitation, similar to the courage shown by Leonidas nearly 2 millennia prior. From the heroic deeds of Hector and Leonidas to the answer of Konstantinos Palaiologos, Greek leadership has always been synonymous with courage, resilience, and freedom, because Greeks valued their freedom more than they valued their life. Remember the message during the Greek Revolution, Ελευθερία ή θάνατος. It embodied the spirit of the Spartans and echoed Ήταν ή επιτάς, signifying freedom or death. Our language stands as the cornerstone of our freedom and survival. Throughout the 400 years of Turkish occupation, the Church played a pivotal role, tirelessly ensuring the teaching of Greek in every village, island, and city. It led, but also educated, embodying the dual essence of the verb άγω. This is a famous painting by Nikolaos Gyzis, who was born on this day in 1842. Today, efforts persist to strengthen Greek within our community, particularly through educating our children. And I know that His Eminence, the Archbishop Elpidophoros, is doing his best to strengthen the Hellenic education. Yet, these efforts also require your support. The preservation of our language is not just a cultural imperative, it is a moral obligation. At Ελληνική Αγωγή, we use the rich resources of the Greek language, its etymology, mythology, history, and philosophy to inspire our children of all ages and instill in them a deep appreciation of it. Our mission is to cultivate a profound love for the Greek language and civilization among our students. By igniting their passion, learning becomes an exciting journey. At Elliniki Agogi, we currently serve approximately 250 students through both in-person attendance and online classes. Over the past 2 years, we've expanded our reach by collaborating with Greek schools in Montreal and the Hellenic American Academy in Chicago, providing our classes free of charge. We collaborate with foreign schools, academies and universities. We publish articles in academic journals. We have developed a brand new method of teaching, and we participate in international conferences. Over the past 3 years, I have been extensively traveling to promote the work of Elliniki Agogi. During my journeys, I've encountered non-Greeks conversing with me in ancient Greek and even teaching using it. And it saddens me to witness the missed opportunity as modern Greek speakers could easily learn ancient Greek, enriching their linguistic understanding. As our children grow, they encounter numerous Greek words rooted in ancient Greek, leading to regret for not having learned it earlier. Ancient Greek is an integral part of our heritage and legacy. To neglect it is to risk losing our identity. We owe it to our legacy, our children, and especially to those who fought for our freedom to preserve this essential aspect of our culture. It took me about a year to start feeling comfortable in these new shoes of mine, directing a company rather than conducting a symphony orchestra. By studying ancient Greek and being able to read philosophy and history from the original texts, I started thinking differently. I wasn't a businesswoman, and I will never be. I was the one who did not let a school close down. I wasn't promoting the subject kids dislike at school. I helped promote our country's legacy. I did not leave a musical career behind. I started a new, shining one, which bore the talent of an experienced artist. During these last 6 years, I read many business books. I participated in quite a few business and leadership seminars. I even completed 2 postgraduate programs, one in digital marketing at Columbia and one in leading learning at Harvard University, an educationally oriented program for directors of schools. Seeing all these children coming to learn our heroic ancestors' language, a language of the past, but also the language of the future, since there are so many words in technology that use words or prefixes that come from ancient Greek, I know that it is worth it. I am ready, willing, and able to support any Greek school that wants to pilot Ελληνική Αγωγή's program and see the miracles that happen when children engage to the ancient Greek language. Ancient Greek is taught to thousands of young people around the world, not Greek people, just people around the world, either as a classical language or as a biblical language. Schools in the United Kingdom start its teaching as early as elementary school. We have the exclusive privilege of our modern Greek language background, thus making it extremely easier for us to learn, since 80% of the vocabulary remains the same. Now I would like to show a short video to conclude my presentation. Seraphim, please. Okay, so Elliniki Agogi, as you saw, is on the web, on social media, on YouTube. Please visit our channel, visit our website, our media, and get a glimpse of the remarkable work our teachers do with our children and can also do for yours. This is our legacy, our responsibility, and our greatest opportunity for leadership. The leadership that guides, but also educates. Έχω δημήν μυρίας χάριτας της θεάσεως Σένεκα και της ακροάσεως. Thank you very much. Σας ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.
The only thing I will add is I remember when I read when the Nobel laureate Odysseas Elitis received his Nobel Prize. That evening in Oslo, Norway, there was a meeting, a dinner with a Greek diaspora, and he spoke there. And he said what he emphasized is, imagine speaking the same words that Homer spoke, exactly in the original. And this is what learning the Greek language is all about. And we have to re-emphasize it. I know it's not an easy thing, but we need to keep our schools alive, and we need to build more. We need to learn our language. It's a huge part of our identity. Thank you. Thank you very much, Eugenia. We really appreciate it.